Oh, give thanks to the Lord, for he is good. His mercy endures forever. Well, grace and peace to all of you. Welcome to the final Tuesday night teaching. Welcome to TNT. I'm grateful for you joining us on tonight. Tonight is a very special one because it's a Rhema Rewind. We're going to be sharing the word that God ministered to us on this final Sunday of 2025. It's entitled 2025, Our Year in Review. The Lord, He carried us. I'm telling you, this word's going to bless you. It's going to encourage you. And I pray that the word gives you ways by which you're able to have your hope renewed. So do me a favor, like and share real quick. Share with others that we are on and we're sharing the word of the Lord for the final time of 2025. And then we'll talk on the other end.
My Bible is open to Lamentations 3. I'm going to do my assignment this morning. Lamentation 3, verse 21 through 24 is where we want to center our attention upon. Lamentations 3, verse 21 through verse 24. We're going to read from the New King James Version Bible. You can follow along with whatever translation that you enjoy reading from or that you receive clarity from in your reading. But Lamentations 3:21. When you have it, say, I'm ready. Here beginneth the reading of the word of the Lord. This I recall to my mind. Therefore I have what? Therefore I have hope. Through the Lord's mercies we are not consumed, because his compassions fail not. They are new every morning. Great is your faithfulness. The Lord is my portion, says my soul. Therefore I hope in him. Let me read it again in your hearing. This I recall to my mind. Therefore I have hope. Through the Lord's mercies we are not consumed, because his compassions fail not. They are new every morning. Great is your faithfulness. The Lord is my portion. Therefore, my hope is built on nothing less than Jesus. Yeah, y'all don't have no church. Sit down. Be seated in his presence, everybody. I want to tag this text with, I've been asking the Lord all week about how do we close the year out? How do we climax and bring these 52 weeks to a close? And he started giving to me in pieces. And most times when I preach, I try not to use long titles because I want it to be able to be something that is easily remembered and gravitated to, that you can catch in your spirit and be able to meditate on and reflect back on it after I've preached it, without having to always reflect to your notes. But he kept just kind of putting two and two together. And then when I heard Jacob singing it this morning, I knew that, again, God had spoke to me in regards to how we're going to title the text this morning. He says we would title it 2025, Our Year in Review. He carried us through. 2025, Our Year in Review. He carried us through. This I recall to mind, therefore I have hope. Through the Lord's mercies, we are not consumed. Not because we shouldn't be, but because of his mercy. Because his compassions never fail. They are absolutely new to us every single morning. Great is your faithfulness. Lord, you are my portion. Therefore, I'm going to hope in him. Rhema, here we are. It is week 52. It is the last Sunday of 2025. You made it. Come on, we got to grow to where I don't have to tell you where your shout exit is every Sunday. This your shout exit. If I don't tell you nothing else, you've made it to this point It's 11:40 on December 28th, and you've made it from January 1st to December 28th. I don't care what happened in the middle. You are here now, and for this we give God praise. And so today, as we've come together on this final Sunday in the year, my assignment was to bring us together and to pause intentionally to acknowledge and reflect upon what we've walked through, what we have lived through, what we have praised through, cried through, shouted through, danced through, prayed through, because this moment is not about me exciting you and not about me pumping you and hyping you. This moment is about bringing you to some spiritual clarity so that you can go into a new chapter and a new season with a sense of hope that God's got you in mind. The moment that we have together this morning is all about God wanting to make sure that as you are preparing for a brand new year, as you're preparing for 2026, that you take a moment to reflect on how he showed up for you in 25. And if I had an honest church, some of you will testify he showed up right in the nick of time. That had it not been for the Lord showing up in that moment, in that situation, and in that circumstance, I would have lost my ever-loving mind. Here in Lamentations, chapter number 3, Jeremiah, he pens words in what is most people look at as a book of lamenting or a grief book. When you refer to lamentation, oftentimes people talk about the lamenting that's going on, the grieving that is going on. Jeremiah is recording, and he has penned the words in the midst of what is Jerusalem's ruins. Everything has collapsed. Destruction is everywhere. Chaos is abounding. It looks like 2025 under a Trump administration, where everything is just crazy. And I know that I'm speaking to many of you this morning that if you tell the truth, you had moments this year when you felt like everything was crumbling, everything was falling apart, that you couldn't put it together to save your life and nobody else's. But in all of that Jeremiah writes, as much as he reflects upon the grief and the ruins, in the midst of all of that, Jeremiah is clinging to the mercy of God. Jeremiah is holding on to hope that in the midst of the ruins, in the midst of the chaos, in the midst of the turmoil, there's still hope. And I need you to shout to yourself, since you won't shout it to me, I still have hope. No, you said it. I wanted you to shout it to yourself like you got it and tell yourself, I still have hope. And here's the proof. You're still alive. So that means I get another shot at it. That means I get another chance at it. That means I get another do-over. And sisters and brothers, it's important for you to understand that Jeremiah is showing us something that's very important that we've got to make sure that we grasp even as we're going into a brand new year, because he shows us that no matter what we are dealing with, no matter how chaotic it is, no matter how burdensome it may feel, no matter how heavy the load is, he shows us that a mind that is filled with thinking can always lead to a posture of thanking. Though we've seen struggles and though we've seen challenges, I believe we all can still remember that there were seasons when gratitude peeked through the pain. There were seasons and moments in our lives when we were walking through the valley and God interrupted the season that we were in to remind us that we are not walking by ourselves. This book of grief, Lamentations, yet in the middle of a book of grief, Jeremiah reports to us a great truth. He records in the middle of these 5 chapters, in chapter 3, verse number 23, the most important truth of the whole book. Not the grief, not the chaos, not the crumbling, not everything being at a chaotic stage, but the truth of this whole book comes in verse 23. Great is. Lord, I thought they would shout there, yeah. Great is your, and I know I'm talking to somebody that you can testify this morning, this been one. This year, this has been one of them kind of years. You've had storms you didn't expect. You had pressure you didn't plan for. You had losses. You had battles. You had setbacks. You had people tripping. You had stuff happen in your life. And yet, here you are on December 28, 2025. Yes, you're scarred, but you're still standing. Yes, you're bruised, but you're still blessed. And you're blessed not because you did anything. You're blessed because he carried you through. I need you to look at somebody because it's early and tell them, he carried me through. Come on, don't sit there like you brought yourself. Look at somebody and tell them, did you hear what I said? He carried me through. So this morning, as we're reflecting on our year in review, as we're looking back over 2025, we're not looking back over 25 so that we can relive the trauma of the year. We're not looking back just with our eyes, with a carnal, natural sense of review, but we want to look over the year with our spirit, man. We want to have a review in the spirit. And if we're going to do that successfully, Elder J, it's going to be important that we do it like Jeremiah did. Look at somebody and tell them, do it like Jeremiah did. Let's begin where Jeremiah began. It's verse number 21 that we're going to begin the journey. In verse 21, he says, this I recall to my mind, and because I recall it, therefore, y'all not reading it right. This I recall to my mind, therefore I have. He says, first of all, what you rehearse determines what you receive. Yeah. What we remember can serve as fuel for your restoration. It is dangerous to live in despair. It is dangerous to live in discouragement. You can acknowledge the reality of it, but at some point, you've got to see yourself from another perspective, because you will only become what you see. And sometimes in order to see it, you got to reflect. You got to remember something other than what is right in front of you. And sometimes, opposed to looking at what is happening in front of us, we've got to look at what has happened behind us. Jeremiah said, I see all the drama that's going on. I see all the tricks of the enemy. I see the pain of the people. I see the crying of the people. Everything around me has collapsed. The city is destroyed. The people are in despair. My soul is grieving. Yet in the middle of the devastation, yet in the middle of the despair, Jeremiah says, I've been interrupted by my decision. What's my decision? This I recall to my mind. When he says this I recall to my mind, you got to understand, ain't no praise and worship leader leading him to recall nothing. Ain't no cheerleaders in the room talking about, come on, Jeremiah, you can do it, you can do it. Jeremiah makes a decision. He is intentional about now fulfilling his part, playing his role, taking on his responsibility so that he's able to get to the place that he needs to be. Jeremiah says that this interruption comes as a result of my decision making. I made a decision. It's not coincidental. It's not accidental. It's intentional. I need you to look at somebody and declare to them, you need to be more intentional next year. Y'all not helping me preach. Look at somebody, point that little dirty finger at them and tell them you need to be more intentional. He says, I made a conscious spiritual choice. I'm going to shift my focus. Yes, I could keep sitting here and talking about and relishing in what is happening to me, what's going on around me, but I choose to shift my focus, and I'm going to shift from despair to divine mercy. Now listen, you deep folk. Jeremiah is not telling you to deny what's happening. He's not telling you to reject your reality. Jeremiah is saying just change your perspective. Jeremiah is saying reframe how you see a thing. Don't deny the pain. Don't deny the struggle. Just reframe it. Well, Bishop, how do I reframe it? With your memory. Think about what he's already done. Think about what he's already brought you through. Think about how he's already showed you who he is. Think about how he showed you what he's capable of. And Jeremiah says, when I recall, I get hope. Y'all ain't liking this kind of preaching this morning because you thought it was just going to drop out the sky. No, you got a part to play. You got to shift your focus. Look at somebody and tell them it's time to shift your focus. You got to lift your eyes from what's broken. Lift your eyes from what's not working. Lift your eyes from who pissed you off. Lift your eyes from who's frustrated you. Lift your eyes from what's lacking and remember, what did God tell you? What did God promise you? What has God spoken? You already know you're not just here to make up a number. You already know that you're not here just because your mama and daddy slipped up. You are here on divine assignment. God's got purpose for your life. And if it hadn't happened yet, then God says you still got time. And it's in that mental shift that you're able to move from what I call moving from ruins to remembrance. Because Jeremiah said, when I recall this to my mind, when I remember what God has done, when I remember what he's brought me through, he said, hope rises again. Sisters and brothers, you don't need to wait till Sunday. Maybe that's the problem. That's why I got to work so hard on Sunday, because you waiting to get here and want me to stir your hope and want me to stir your fire. Well, baby, you better get to stirring starting tonight and every day thereafter. How do I stir it up, Bishop? You stir by reflecting and remembering what God had already done. And when you shift from ruins to remembrance, hope will begin to rise. Write this down so you can read it when you get home. Psalms 77, 11 and 12. Psalm 77, 11 and 12, verse 11 and 12 echoes this spiritual practice. I will remember the works of the Lord. Surely I will remember your wonders of old. I will also meditate on all your work, and I will talk of your deeds. Sisters and brothers, you got to understand what I'm telling you this morning. It's not just Bible history. Psalm 77, 11 and 12, and Jeremiah talking in Lamentations 3, 21 through 24. It's not just Bible history. He said, tell the people, this is your healing strategy. Ooh, you've been praying for strategy. I just gave it to you, and you barely said amen to it. He just said your healing strategy is your ability to rehearse what I did. When the year wears you down, when your mind is foggy, when you're stressed, when you got sorrow all around you, the Holy Spirit is inviting you to shift your thoughts. The Holy Spirit is inviting you to recall what he's already done. And he says, I'm not inviting you to recall it so that you can escape reality, but I'm inviting you to recall it so you can reclaim your perspective. Because we don't sorrow as those who have no, because as sure as there is God, there's hope. Raymond, some of us walk through 2025 and you've been walking with your head down, your heart's been heavy, but today Jeremiah says, lift up your eyes, shift your focus, remember the doors he already opened, remember the ways he's already made, remember the dangers he kept you from, remember he kept you from stuff that could have happened but didn't happen, remember the tears that you did cry that he wiped away, remember the strength that you lacked that he renewed, remember the bills that he paid, remember the favor that he's given you, remember the provision that he provided for you. And it's that kind of remembering that will revive your hope. The strength of the Lord is in your ability to recall on the goodness of the Lord. Because sisters and brothers, he carried us through stuff that we couldn't get through by ourselves. I know I'm not the only one here that know it was the Lord's doing. Look at somebody and tell them he carried me through. And when our memory is out to erase what God has done, when your memory wants to erase your miracles, you got to remember. No. I remember. Because when I recall, okay, let me say it like this. Because when I think, yeah, I thought I had Bible readers on that one. Yeah, Paul says it. I believe it's Philippians 1. I think it's verse 3 or verse 23 or verse 13. One of them threes in chapter number 1 where Paul says, when I think, every time I think. Some of you just need to think right. See, you keep thinking about what ain't happening. Excuse the Ebonic relapse. You keep thinking about what's going wrong. What you've got to do is shift your focus. If you shift your focus on what did go right, Shift your focus on what God did provide you with. Shift your focus on the opportunity that the Lord did make available to you. It will change the trajectory of your thoughts. When you lift your eyes, you shift your focus. He says, what you remember will be what gives you hope. What you remember will be able to remind you of the mercy of God that you and I have received. What we remember gives us hope, Lady B, but it wasn't mercy alone and hope alone. It was God. Verse 2. Through the Lord's mercies, verse 22 rather, we are what? Read that again. 1, 2, ready? Read 22. What we remember gave us hope, but it was mercy that gave us life. Point 2 is this. We survived what should have taken us out. Y'all done missed the 4th shout. Mike, I need you on the drums to get the clap machine ready so I can just shout myself, because they're going to miss. They done missed 4, so I ain't too sure about the rest of them. We survived what should have taken. Some people been through less. And come on here now. Through the Lord's mercies, we are not. Saints, can I say this to you? We did make it. We made it to December. Woo, listen, wipe your sweat. We made it to December 28th. But I didn't make it on my own. I made it because God brought me through. I made it because he carried me when I couldn't make it on my own. Jeremiah acknowledges that me and the people, we should have died. We should have been consumed because we were guilty. We should have been judged. We should have been wiped out. But what kept us wasn't our righteousness, wasn't our good deeds, wasn't our resilience. He said it was God's mercy. Somebody ought to shout, thank God for his mercy. The Hebrew word for mercies that's used in Lamentation 3 means a covenant of love, and that covenant refuses to quit. I got a covenant that refuses, y'all ain't saying nothing, that the only way the covenant don't work is I don't work it. Because the covenant that he made with me never quits. So if he never quits, what happened? Maybe I quit. And I'm blaming God for what y'all ain't. He says at the end, Jeremiah says, even in your wreckage, even in your mess, even in your chaos, the mercy of God is still available. The mercy of God is still standing. The mercy of God still desires for you to embrace it so it can bring you through what you are dealing with. Now, this verse is not for us to celebrate survival as a result of something that we do, our own ingenuity, our own strength, our own ideology. But the truth of it is, this verse says that we are living where we are, coming through what we've come through, because real survival comes through my surrender to his mercy. Because I already know I don't have what it takes within me on my own to become what he called, created, and ordained for me. I got to have his help. Listen here, if I'm going to even finish the rest of this message, I'm going to need his help. I'm going to need his grace. I'm going to need his anointing. I'm going to need some fresh bread. I'm going to need about 15 more minutes of grace. Y'all ain't saying nothing. He says, mercy catches you where strength drops you. Okay, this is where you got to be, because there were seasons this year, especially toward the end of the year, where I felt like I can't go another further. I don't even have the energy. I don't even have a desire to. Where strength drops you, mercy catch. Y'all ain't. I'm only here December 28th because of mercy holding me up. Mercy has been my supernatural strength to help me to endure. Some of you in this room can testify, while others in the cyber sanctuary can testify that had it been up to me, I would have fell apart. Listen, had it been up to me, I'd probably just be waking up from a hangover. Because I try to drink my way. Y'all ain't got to say nothing. I'm telling the truth for all y'all smokers up in here. We would have fallen apart. But I'm glad to testify mercy stepped in. I'm only here because of the mercy of God. And that's exactly what has happened in the lives of the people of God. We didn't glide through here. We didn't just shout through here. We didn't just dance through here. We were gripped by his grace. Somebody shout, I've been gripped by his grace. You ain't shouting it. You just said it. Somebody shout, I've been gripped by his grace. He says in 2025, mercy became your safety net. It kept you from falling. It carried you when you couldn't carry yourself. Just think about it. Reflect, if you will. I'm sure you can come up with a moment that you knew you didn't know what to do. Not only did you not know what to do, you didn't even have the energy to do it if you knew it. You needed the strength of God. You didn't have the wherewithal to be able to bring it to pass. And God says, I stepped in. He says, that one set that you see, that's my foot. And that's me carrying you through the seasons of your life. Psalms 94, 18 and 19. If I say my foot slips, your mercy, O Lord, holds me up. In the multitude of my anxieties within me, your comfort delights my soul. Because truth be told, this year water got high. Fire got hot. And we didn't make it by our skills. We didn't make it by our titles, but by the grace of God. Isaiah 43 and 2 says, when you pass through the water, water won't drown you. The rivers won't overflow you. Look at somebody and tell them I might be wet, but I'm not drowning. Look at somebody and tell them I might be hot, but I'm not having smoke on me. Sisters and brothers, just in case you didn't know it, just in case you was not reminded of it, I'm here today to tell you that mercy brought you through what should have taken you out. So he says, first of all, what you rehearse will define what you receive. What was my second point? Verse 22. No, I need you to say it because you acting like you did. Yeah, we survived. What should have taken us out? Sisters and brothers, though trials and tribulations happen in our lives, God kept us. He didn't just do it in January. He didn't just do it in April. He didn't just do it in September. He didn't even get to the halfway point of the year and say enough is enough. He didn't drop you halfway in the middle of it. He kept showing up every single morning. Y'all missed shout number 5. So I got to tell you to tell somebody, neighbor, he kept doing it over and over again. My third point of the message is he didn't miss a morning. Woo. Look at somebody and tell them, did you hear what I said? He didn't miss a morning. Verse number 23 said, they are new every morning. What's new every morning? The mercy of the Lord is new every morning. See, God's mercy is not just sufficient, Lady B, but his mercy is consistent. It shows up every single morning. Can I get you to get out of your seat and testify to somebody and tell a neighbor, I'm only here this morning because mercy showed up. Yeah, look at somebody else and tell them, neighbor, I don't think you really understand. I'm only here at 12:04 because of a daily dose of mercy. I'm only here because of a daily dose of God's deliverance. Because the devil desired to kill, steal, and destroy. While I was sleeping, the devil was plotting. While I was turning, the devil was playing. But God kept me. God watched over me. God room had angels on assignment, and angels were fighting for me while I was sleeping. And early this morning, mercy showed up and touched me at 3:50 a.m. and said, get on up, Virgil. You got a brand new day. Grab somebody and tell them, neighbor, I'm shouting because he never miss a morning. Y'all don't know when to go in. Grab somebody and tell him, neighbor, I've missed some mornings. I've missed some moments. I've missed some exits. But the good news is he never missed a morning. Your mercy is new every morning. Every morning, new mercy I see. Every morning, new grace I see. Every morning, for 12 months, for 52 weeks, over and over again. Not because I deserved it, not because I got it right, but because you love me, you're committed to me. You didn't recycle mercy. You custom made it. You measured it out. You handed it out. And I'm here to testify day by day, hour by hour, moment by moment. You keep on doing great things. Ain't that good news for brand new mercy? Ain't that good news that every morning he shows up with a fresh dose, with a fresh bag? Grab a neighbor one more time, look him in the eye and tell him, neighbor, I got a fresh dose. Neighbor, I'm done. You didn't need tomorrow's mercy. You didn't need January's first mercy. You needed mercy for December 28th. And just like that, he showed up and said, here, take this. The strength you need, the grace you need, the oil that you need. Some of you, you got the bag in your hand. The problem is you won't open it up. How do I open it up? When praises go up. This ain't the right church. When I lift my hands up, he inhabits, he dwells, he lives where the praise is. Say yes. If he's been good, say yes. If he's been kind, say yes. If he brought you through, say yes. Woo. Woo. Here's the problem. Too many of y'all gotta have that, or you gotta have this, where somebody tell you, okay, 1, 2, 3, go. But Jeremiah didn't have none of that. He didn't have a track. Jeremiah didn't have a band. Jeremiah didn't have a squad. Jeremiah didn't even have an audience. All he had was a memory. When I recall, therefore I have hope. All you gotta do is remember what he already did. Every head bow, every eye closed. I'm done. Every head bow. Every eye is closed. And just like you brought us to this moment, I'm confident that he that had begun a good work, he's going to complete what he has started. Look at somebody and tell him he's going to finish what he started. I know it all didn't happen in 2025 like we all desired. Every last one of us have things that we wish would have happened, that we wish we could have completed. But can I just prophesy over maybe about 25 of you here, maybe about another 50 of you online, the promises of the Lord for 2026, I'm going to finish what I started. I'd never lie. I'm going to finish. I just need your full cooperation. I just need your full surrender. I need your full attention. And I will finish what I started. If you believe that, clap your hands and bless God for bringing us through. Come on, clap your hands like you know he carried us through. So here's how you spend the next 3 days. Rehearsing what brings hope. Because whatever you rehearse will be what you receive. Reflect on the goodness of the Lord, because what took others out, God sustained you to go through it. You got the scars to prove it. You got the bruises to prove it. But you got the testimony that God brought you through it. And then remind yourself that when you get to the end of December 28th, that I get another bag. If he sees fit to bring me to December 29, he never misses a morning. Snow, rain, or sleet. Don't care what's happening in the air or on the ground. Morning by morning, new mercies we receive. And then finally, in verse 24, I'm not going to preach it, but I need to make sure you get it. In verse 24, he says, you are my portion. And because you are my portion, not because they my portion. Not because the job is my portion. But the Lord, y'all ain't liking this kind of preaching. The Lord is my portion. I think it was Donald Lawrence that said he's my portion forever. And because he never run out, that means I'll always have what I need. But it only shows up when I need it. You're trying to live in a moment that he's not already designed for you to live in. And you're trying to get the mercy that go with that moment. But he distributes the portion based upon the place for which you're in. And because he is your portion, he is more than enough. Write that down. Put up that last point for me, James. I'm not going to preach it. I'm not going to preach it, but I just want you to put that in your notes. That he is your portion. And because he is your portion, the Lord is my portion. Therefore, I have hope. And because he is your portion, he is always enough. He's enough even when people won't come through. Because sometimes we expect ourselves from other people, and they just can't be that. They just can't do that. You got to look to him.
It is our prayer that the word of the Lord has renewed your hope. I pray that you've been inspired by the final message of 2025, that he carried us through. And certainly if he's brought us to this point, the final Tuesday in 2025, if he sustained us these past 52 weeks, certainly he's going to do even more in 2026. So for myself, Lady B, the entire Rhema Nation, Happy New Year. A blessed and a prosperous 2026 is our desire for you and for your family. Now listen, as we're preparing to end the year, as always, every Tuesday we want to give the opportunity for those of you who want to share, to give, to sow. This past Sunday, we received a end of the year seed over and above the tithe and the offering. And I want to give you the opportunity to get in on that. So even if you didn't get a chance to give your tithe, your offerings, or if you still want to give your year-end seed, the information that you need to be able to do, all of those things are being presented to you right now. As always, we are grateful for all of you who have stood with us, partnered with us, who've sown into what God has called us to do in 2025. Your prayers, your presence, your participation, your partnership has meant the world to us. It's enabled us to reach countless lives. to have served so many people in 2025. And we look forward to doing even greater things in 2026. So go ahead, take a moment now to give, to sow, to help us in these endeavors. Help us to end 2025 strong in Jesus' name. And we speak the blessings of the Lord that he returns it to you 1,000-fold. All right. Now listen, we look forward to beginning the year anew. And in so doing, I want to invite you to share with us the first Sunday of January in 2026 as we're preparing for a brand new season. Meet us in person, 10:30 a.m. Receive instructions as we're preparing for our New Year's fast. We're going to be fasting for 14 days beginning Monday, January 5th through Tuesday, January the 20th. And we want you to be a part of this New Year's fast. All right. So again, on behalf of myself, Lady B, our boys, the entire Rhema Nation, a very happy, blessed, and prosperous new year to you and yours. We'll see you in 2026.